So here's the story of how I got this car. I was like most challenges and adventures, they start with scanning your wife's Facebook marketplace. And I found a front set of coil shocks for a 914 that I had. And so that was close by, 5-10 minutes away. Messaged the guy and he was available. I went over to see them, to pick them up. Wasn't even going to spend much time, just going to grab them and go. I think it was $50 for a whole carton of them with some extra parts. And when I got there, in the background, I saw the fender of what was seemed to be a 356. It had some racing numbers on it. Upon asking further, determined that it was an original and that he raced it. We got talking and I told him my dream of doing a kit. And he said to me, well, I know where there's an original you could buy. And I quickly shrugged it off and said there's no way I could afford an original, and that I'd have to settle with a kit car. And his response to me was, well, if you can afford a kit, you could afford this one. An hour later, he called me. This was back in May. An hour later, he called me with a phone number and he said, I talked to him, call this guy, and he'll show you the car. And so the next day, this was a Sunday night, the next day, or maybe a Monday night, I think it was a Monday night. The next day, during the day, I called the number, left a message for the gentleman, it's an older gentleman, and said, hey, I understand you've got a 356 for sale, and I'm very interested. I am not a flipper, I am not a commercial car salesman, I'm just looking for a nice project to do. And he called me back, we talked for a while. He was not the owner of this car, but was somewhat in possession of it.
I don't think there's anybody that has as much fun as I do.
So it's a long story. This was in May. I did not end up seeing the car in person until September.
How cute is this thing?
And it's found its new home for the next 6 months, 5 years.
What?
All summer long, the car was stored in someone's garage, and they were in Florida and no one had the key to it. The story is that it belonged to a gentleman who was not well, had become sick, and lost basically a year of his life battling a disease, and is fine now, totally, he's healthy, everything's good, but upon getting better, realized he had too many projects and he wasn't going to be able to finish them all in his lifetime, and so he decided to part with this one. And so I finally got my eyes on it, and it was everything that was described. I would call about every 2 weeks. I got to know this guy, I consider him a good friend.
This is all the paint that they scraped off of it.
Oh my gosh.
I consider him a good friend. Got to know the guy that was handling the transaction. He specializes in sandblasting. Very interesting, has had a fascinating life. As with all of these stories, you always meet some of the neatest people. And so in this video, you see me, I spent the day, this was about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I spent the day, we loaded up the trailer and went to the owner's shop and picked up, dug through an attic and parts, and then drove to his house and got more parts and assembled as many bins and parts as we could find and that were labeled. We still don't have them all. I have to collect some more. I need the deck lid in the back. I need the heads, the headlights, a piece of glass, some other things. And so we went back and picked up the car out of his trailer, the sandblaster's trailer, and here we are. So as always, you don't find these cars, they find you.
And as always, life was super busy. A month went by before Wes could even look at the car again. We led a mission trip to the Dominican Republic with an awesome team. We worked on this house and put a bathroom in. A widow lives here with her granddaughter. And then we also worked with the kids, teaching them about Jesus and having a lot of fun. Finally, we got back home and back to the Porsche. All right.
Come on in.
It's been a month since we rolled this little baby in here.
Welcome to my world. Come on in, let's make it.
We still need to see all the engine parts that it came with, so.
You want to see the engine parts? I'm going to unpack the engine parts.
So what else did you get when you picked up that car?
What else did I get? Let's set up a table and let's pull it out and look at it.
This is Wes's shop with his stove. Still have the VW bus and the Jeep.
That came with, oh! Well, I gotta take inventory. So, this is, backstory, this was running with a different engine in it. And I was able to acquire the original engine, my numbers matching engine, but I don't know what all is in it yet. So up there I have the block, I'll pull that down, and over there the case. This looks like somebody was in a nursing home. These are the jugs. Guys, you're gonna have to understand something about me. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So you're gonna have to be as well. Oh wow, they even numbered the pistons. Wow. Do you see that?
No, where's the number?
Cylinder number 4. That must be cylinder number 1. That's pretty cool. That's a good thing. That means we can put it back together. That's cylinder number 1, maybe. Figure all that out. Labeling, there is the crank, which is in good shape. It is, I'm told it has been mic'd and is original. This is cylinder number 3, and the jug. They don't fit in there because the side is, actually the top never reaches the piston, so it should go like that, it'll fit in. So these are the 4 cylinders. I don't have the heads yet, I'm picking them up. Hopefully next week.
What's this thing?
It's part of the engine tin. So,
what's
all
that
right,
thing?
That is the crankshaft. Here is the case. This is a 3-piece case. I'm like very similar to the Volkswagen 1600. This is a 1600, but I'm going to split it open for you if I can figure out if anything's holding it in. I don't think it is. Did I put a bolt on there somewhere? I don't see a bolt. Okay, so tap that. So I don't know the firing order on this one yet, but this is how it would go. Piston would go in and hook to the crankshaft. This crankshaft goes in there.
Oh.
And then these jugs or cylinders, these are the actual cylinders, would go like that.
Okay.
And then there's a head, and then there would be push rod tubes that we'll find. Those are here somewhere. This is a very desirable engine, the Super 90 they call it. I don't know a lot about it. I've done a couple, you'll see in the background, a couple of 1600s VW engines. It's similar but different, same design. As I understand it, Ferdinand Porsche designed this after he designed the Beetle. And that makes this
super desirable. I'll explain all of the details of it later. I know some of you are panicking because
why? Why would people panic?
With a hammer.
Oh.
And there are tools to do all this. I already had it apart. It came in 3 pieces. I just popped it on to make it fit to store it. But I'm going to show you that's the front cover. Oil pump on that. And then this comes apart. Now, I told you I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just dangerous enough to get into trouble. I'm also not afraid to try. And I get it wrong lots of times. But I have a case opener spreader, but I don't think it's going to work on this. It's a VW case spreader.
Show me what tool you're using.
Case spreader. You use it on Volkswagens. You put it in the oil pump location, but we're going to try it here because this splits that way. Now you can see I'm going to take this to a machine shop and have them clean it.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Check it, and so might as well get it apart now. I want to get all the bits off of it. It's probably a temperature sensor or an oil pressure. I don't know yet.
What, that little thing on the front?
This little piece here. Some of you will be screaming and telling me what it is. You can tell me in the comments. That's okay. I'm always willing to learn. May not listen, but I'm willing to learn.
That's what it's all about, right?
Stick it up like that and see. This might not work. So I want to put this, I want to invest the money into this engine. That did not do what I thought it would do. Just want to make sure there are no bolts connecting anything before I tap it. I want to hit it there. We'll split that later. We don't need to see very much. We do all that. You get the gist. That's the front cover. That's what's different in a Volkswagen 1600 like is behind you there. That does not have this front cover. The oil pump would sit there.
What's behind me?
An engine. That's a Volkswagen engine behind you.
This?
Yeah, the 1600. There's 2 of them. There's one to the right and one up high.
I would not have known that.
I think it would be really
I think
fun
that's the other engine.
to put one of those engines in this. Some people
Just
have done it. I'm not sure what's involved. But they're similar. Okay, now we have more bits. Okay. These are the valve covers and the valve train. These are your lifters, cam lifters. So this is your camshaft. When those lobes hit that, they push the different valves corresponding to the cylinder that is calling for.
We'll see that.
And these are our lifters. This is the oil screen underneath. That's a good, boy, that's solid. This is the German original fuel pump. So we will be rebuilding that. This is what I'm most excited about in all of this. Let me just show you. That is a connecting rod.
Ooh, oh.
There are 4 connecting rods. These connect to the crank. Okay.
Is it like made of diamonds or something? Why is it so special?
And to the piston. And when this crank rolls around, it pushes the corresponding piston, and then the opposite piston comes in.
Yeah. How many of those do you have?
4.
Oh.
But these have all been machined and tested by a company in California, and they're just beautiful. Jewelry. That is German jewelry. You had me at connecting rod. So we're going to leave them in this box. I'm just going to look and see if there's anything that I need to know. And these are the other case bolts. They're actually the head bolts. I'll show you. It's kind of funny that I know what any of this stuff is. These are the holdback, tiebacks for the valve covers.
That's
You
called.
can see that in action on that valve cover right behind you above the shop back.
Okay. What is that?
This is a spring clip for the valve covers.
Okay. Right here.
That's a gland nut, I believe.
Let me see. Hold it up so I can see it. Okay. What's that for?
I think that the transmission comes into that. I think that goes into the flywheel, holds the flywheel on.
Flywheel. Isn't there a movie called Flywheel?
Maybe. Oh yeah, it's good. Isn't it one of the early Christian movies? It's called Flywheel, probably. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Um,
What are those things?
I don't know.
Let's look at them.
Very good question. I think these might be what go into the heads and hold these on. I think.
Hold it up.
I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
It's
And
internal to the valve train. This is just one of the case bolts, but we'll order new bolts for that. These are these. So these thread on this side.
Oh, so they are on both sides.
Yeah. Just for whatever reason, one side got taken off. Okay, that is empty. That's good and bad. All right, let's bring over some more. We ready to do some more unboxing?
Yes. Another box. Is this the last one?
No, there's like 4 or 5 more boxes.
Oh, wow.
We're just going to look in this one. Okay. We're going to throw that out because we don't know what that does. And it doesn't matter. This is your heater. This goes on to the exhaust. Connect to a rod, and when you want to turn the heat on, you do that, and then the air blows through.
Mm.
So that is a heater. Gas tank cap.
You can just...
Bumper stops. Another heater. I don't know what that is. Gas tank stuff. Okay, gas tank stuff. Tail lights. Rear bumper. Okay, rear bumper. Okay, so we can do that. Let's put this down and bring another one around. Not gonna undo these. Okay, this, this goes on the rear deck lid. Sure,
turn it so I can see it.
Pretty penny.
Okay.
The horns, rear tail lights, rubber gaskets. None of this is engine stuff. And condense it into that.
Let me just look at it.
Water bottle, washer fluid. I could really mess with people. That's the coolant overflow tank.
Is that a joke?
Yes. Because this is an air-cooled engine. So it has no coolant. Ooh. Ooh. Come around to the car and I'm going to show you what these are.
Okay.
There is a jacking point. See the hole?
I see the hole.
And that's the escutcheon or the cover for that hole. There's two of them, one on either side. Hard to come by items. Oh, this is what makes it what it is.
Wait, let me see that. Does it have the... This really does have all the parts, doesn't it?
It's supposed to.
Where does that go? Right there? Cool. Well, that was enough for our first video. Come back next time and we'll unpack more boxes, look at more parts, and Wes will tell you his plan going forward. Do you think he can really make it into a car that runs?